what the fuck? Like, this kid's like 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
He's like 70 pounds. Like, what's he gonna do? I'd get on people's backs. I'd start hitting them, punching them. My brother would get mad at me. I was like, I'm trying to protect you. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we don't want someone with blood all over their face on camera. I was like, you just watch me fucking fight on TV. When you ask me a question, I'm gonna be 100% with you. You know, tell you the truth. That's the way I am.
You're not human.
He does it again. I said, dude, do it again. I'm gonna break your fucking jaw.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Big Man's Cabana podcast. I'm your host, Matthew J. Lepore, and we have the animal on today, Mr. Travis Thompson. So now I know I hounded you on to be on here for a little bit, right? I'm trying to figure out a date, but it's also interesting because like I've never had someone like with your stature.
That's cool. I appreciate that.
Someone who just like literally can take it to the jaw and then be like, all right, dude, next round. Or go like do your like little knuckle thing.
Yep.
How the fuck do you do that?
Well, dude, you kidding me? I was a dipshit growing up. So everyone thought they were badasses because they could bash a mailbox with a baseball bat. I was a dipshit that would do it in a car and just punch it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was stupid.
How?
I'm a little guy, but I got pretty big fists,
No,
pretty big
dude.
knuckles.
That's actually insane.
I don't know. I was a mason, you know, so
Oh, okay.
you don't have a hammer, you hit
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You punch it.
That's insane.
I'm stupid.
Dude, that really is insane. And what blows my mind too is like someone like that can just because you see a lot of fighters where they have gloves, they have like actual boxing gloves,
Yeah.
they have the 4-ounce gloves, whatever it is. But for someone like you, it's like, well, you don't fight with gloves at all.
Right.
Bare knuckle. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So what got you all into that?
So what got me into it, I don't know if people know this, but Dave Feldman is from Broomall.
Really?
Yeah, he's right here in PA. So his dad was my boxing trainer, Marty Feldman.
Really?
Yeah, so I know the Feldmans very well. Dave was at my wedding, all them. So I've known them. I've known them for almost 20 years. So it's
Jesus
almost like
Christ.
family. So the way like you and I bullshit
Yeah.
is the same fucking way it is for Dave and I. Like I'm the only person on the roster that has told Dave to pretty much go pound sand. Like he, dude, the last fight I had, I was yelling and cursing at him.
What?
That's just the way it is.
Oh, yeah, you were
He's
telling
like,
me about
He's like
that.
my brother, man. You know,
Yeah.
so we do that.
So that was that fight you were I have it here. It was you were in, it was July 14th, right?
Yep.
You had their now so that
July
was
14th, I was in Tampa.
So my question for
Or
that is, so
Lakeland.
when I was looking around for that fight, right? It says it had you under a loss,
Yeah.
but some of them had it under a decision.
So it was fucking bullshit. Okay.
Ryan Reber, that's what it was.
Reber, yeah.
Reber,
Reber.
yeah.
He's a good dude. So what happened was it was a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
Main event and co-main event are the only ones that are supposed to do a 6th round.
Yeah, that's what you said. I remember this.
So what happened, from what they said, it was a majority draw. So one judge said I won. The other two said it was a draw. That should be it. That's the end of the fight. No, we got to do one more round. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? We got to do another round. So we did another round. I guess he pulled it out in the last round. So he won the decision. I honestly, even to this day, I mean, I still believe I kicked his ass. I was on
Dude,
his ass the
I
entire
found
time.
it, yeah.
The only round you can give him was the 2nd round.
Yeah.
So if I won the 1st round, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, how the fuck does he win? You get 2 points. You get 2 points for the 2nd round because I took an ace. That's a 10-8 round. But after that, I won 10-9 every round.
Well, what was interesting is you were way more technical than him too. I saw a lot of the stats as well.
It is what it is. I mean, all it did, it puts a chip on my shoulder. You'd never want to put a fucking chip on my shoulder. Like, I mean, I've had a chip on my shoulder my entire life.
Yeah.
All you do is piss me off. I don't like that, and next person's got to probably be in the hospital. Like, I fucking take everything, like, to heart.
Yeah.
I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's the way I am.
Well, I mean, you are a really nice guy too, which is funny because it's like, you know, I've seen your interviews. I've seen, like, you know, you leading up to the fight, even after I know what you were telling me what was going on at the end of your last fight with you said that you want to take your shoes off and stuff like that after the match, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking pissed me off. So as soon as the fight was over, first of all, we weren't supposed to do a 6th round.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking irate about this. So I get out of the ring. I step down. There's a seat right there. I fucking sit down. I'm like, I'm taking my fucking shoes off right now. They're like, oh, you can't do that. was like, what the fuck you mean you can't do that? Like, go backstage, take your shoes off backstage. I said, fuck you, I'm taking my shoes off here. They're like, Travis, you can't do that because you're on camera, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't give a fuck. They're like, we don't want someone with blood all over their face on camera. I was like, you just watch me fucking fight on TV. And now it's not okay for me to take my fucking shoes off.
Really?
They had security guards come around. I said, I'm telling you right now, I'm taking my motherfucking shoes off. If any one of you motherfuckers come here, I don't care. I'll break your fucking jaw.
That's insane.
I was so fucking pissed off.
Wow.
Yep.
So how did that translate? Because I know, like, was there any like repercussions for something like that?
No.
Or
Again, like, they know me, so
Yeah.
they know, like, I'm pissed off. Like,
Yeah.
just leave him be for a minute. Like, he'll be okay.
well, see, that's so interesting to me that like they don't want to see all this blood
Yeah, I
on like,
know.
live TV, or you take your shoes off, but you just beat
Yeah.
the absolute shit out of a man
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah, I know. It's for their production. I don't know.
I mean, I get it.
Well, what it is, okay, this what I mean, when you fight in between rounds, you have a cut man. Cut man has like that metal bar that they press on your face, so that ways it keeps your swelling down.
Okay.
So as soon as you don't have ice on your face or anything, the swelling will start to blow up.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what they don't want to see. But I still don't give a fuck. I just got done fighting. I'm taking my fucking shoes off.
Yeah, you want to get the fuck out of there. I get it, dude.
They're like, well, you can just do it backstage. I said, or I can fucking do it right here. Because I don't fucking feel like I was going to take my shoes off and throw them the fuck in the crowd. Like, I was so fucking mad. I was so pissed off.
So what is it like fighting it like in front of like a bunch of people?
Oh, dude, it's awesome. I love it. I enjoy it. I've been fighting, I don't know how long, a long time. Like early 2000s. So I've been a pro fighter for quite some years. I just enjoy it. Pressure doesn't bother me. I thrive in pressure. You put me in a fucked up position, that's where I'll come out on top. I love it. I love all the eyes on me. I love attention.
Yeah.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
So one of the one fights I had, it was what, Reggie Barnett?
Yeah, it was
right?
the very first one.
Very
That was
first
June
one?
2nd in
2018.
2018, Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming. That was fun as shit. That was weird because that was the first time he ever did bare-knuckle. So it sounds really stupid, but when you wear a glove, now we're only wearing 8-ounce gloves when we fight when we're pro boxers,
Yeah.
but
8 ounces. I said 4 ounces. Earlier.
well,
8 ounces.
that's MMA.
Oh,
MMA
okay,
is 4
okay,
ounce,
yeah.
but for for boxing, for a lightweight, it's 8 ounce. Okay, so you're wearing an 8-ounce glove. You probably have a good half inch or to an inch of padding.
Jeez.
So it sounds really stupid, but you're a half step off. So if I'm a boxer, I've been boxing 12 to 15 years professionally,
yeah.
right? So as soon as that glove comes off, I'm thinking I'm landing that jab. It's not. You're half step off because you don't have that
Oh.
padding anymore. So that's the stuff that, and then I corrected
I never would
that.
have thought of that.
I corrected that for the second one. Second one was in Cancun, Mexico.
Yeah.
I knocked that dude the fuck out cold. He's probably still asleep.
Yeah, that was Ivan Rodriguez.
Rocca.
Rocca. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
Ivan Rocca.
Oh man, that was what, a year later, 2019, right?
Yeah, not quite a year, but yeah, it was so June 2nd, then February 2nd.
Oh shit, dude.
Yep.
So what is it like with your camps? I'm assuming you have how long are your camps in between?
A camp should be 5-6 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
And when I have a camp, I'm undefeated. This last fight, I only trained for 3 weeks. Like, that's not a camp.
Yeah.
It's hard because this time of year, if you look at all my losses come this time of year because I also have a landscape company. So I have 2 kids. I'm the provider. I gotta bust my balls, work all day, and then somehow, some way, go train, and then maybe at some point in time see my kids. It's tough, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. So now that you've been like doing this for like all the how would you look back at that first loss, right? Like obviously you have your half step. What would you have totally changed like walking into that fight?
Have a camp.
So
I would have a camp. I didn't have a camp for that fight, and which is stupid. But again, this time of year, June, July, from April all the way till like October, November, I can't have camp because I'm working all the time. So it's tough.
Shit, dude. So Now with your landscaping business,
Yep.
when did you start all that?
I started that shit when I was probably like 17, 18.
Holy
But that was
shit.
no, that's not like I had a legit business back then. I was
Yeah.
just mowing a couple of yards here and there. And then what happened was I started working, and then I had, the work, I had a job,
Yeah.
and then I still had those customers. So I was like, whatever, I'll do both of them. I don't care.
Nice.
Then I did that, and then it was like, oh, cool, boxing. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I'm doing like 3 full-time jobs. It's pretty crazy. Yep. But
Dude, that's awesome.
I've always been that way.
So, like, do you ever get, like, burnt out?
No.
Really?
Because here's the thing. I don't stop. If you stop, then you're going to start feeling it.
Yeah.
You're going to start slowing down, and that's it. So you just keep going. Keep grinding.
So, how many days, so let's say Sunday through Sunday, right?
Right.
How many days you work in a week?
I work minimum 6, but, I mean, there were times I used to work like 10 days a week.
Really?
Because, I mean, you're doing like a full-time job every day. Yeah, I'd work sun up, sundown. That's how I used to do it. Now, I'm 40 now, which is another thing that's funny. Like, you don't see 40-year-olds that can do the shit that I do. Like, everything I do in my landscaping, most people have machines. I don't give a shit. I hand dig trees. I put trees in by hand. I wheel them over there by hand. I don't care. It's not a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, why landscaping?
Yeah, you know what? You have kids, wife, kids, all that stuff. Bills pile up. You gotta make money. Unfortunately, I didn't go to. I went to college, dropped out, and started doing construction.
Yeah.
I traveled a lot with construction, which is really cool. I went to a lot of different places.
Like where?
Sorry,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's all right. Just on the East Coast. Like, I went to New York a lot.
Nice.
Staten Island. That was a nice place to work. Maryland. Virginia, West Virginia. I've been around. I traveled a lot, did a lot of work. I was a pipe layer. So, that's how I picked up my wife. I told her I was a pipe layer.
Man's laying pipe. That's how he found his wife. That's great.
So then me and my buddy start cracking up. She's like, I don't get it. I said, have another drink, then you might. No, but that's what I did.
That's
so
good.
all those main lines, like your sanitary, your water, all those. That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
I would put all those in the ground. And then, like I said, I would do that. Then I would come home.
Yeah.
And I would do my landscaping. So I had 2 jobs.
Dude.
But, the money was great. The money is great. Then my kids started growing up. All of a sudden, my son's, 2 or 3, daddy's home, and he's just like, oh, hey, Dad, hi, whatever. But he'd be hanging out with his Uncle Jim all the time, like having a blast. So it kind of hurt a little bit. So it's like, screw this shit. We're done with this. So I ended up dropping the construction job and focused on landscaping.
You're a man who beats the shit out of people and got a big heart.
I guess.
Nah, man, that's awesome. But see, the thing is, not a lot of men in general will see that all the time, because there's a lot of guys that I know personally that will they'll work like 2 jobs.
Yep.
Right, and then they have this family and they're like, well, you know what, like, I don't need to spend all this time with my kids because I'm providing. Yeah. And they don't realize, like, something that you realize is, and I know this is coming from a 23-year-old, so don't get me wrong. I totally
you're
understand.
Right. You're absolutely right with what you're saying.
And it's like they're like, oh, I'm providing, doing all this kind of stuff, but they also don't realize that these years you're not spending with them. They don't see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They see that you're not there.
Yeah.
That's all they see.
Yeah.
Which, my kids see that, and, because they see me fighting all the time. They don't like me fighting. They don't like me doing all that stuff. But it's like, I still have to live my life a little bit, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I can't just throw everything away just to make sure you guys are good, because then I'm going to be an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some type of resentment towards you guys. Just like if I do nothing but train, work, and never see them, they're going to have resentment towards me.
Dude, wow. That's actually, like, really awesome. Because most people will do that. They'll throw away their whole lives. They'll be like, all right, well, I have kids now. I can't podcast. I can't, do what I want. And then that does build resentment. They say that that's one of the biggest things is when it comes to, like, having kids, like, still being able to have your time to do things for you guys. That's why you have, like, date night.
Yep.
That's big, man.
I couldn't tell you last time we had date night.
Oh, man.
Please. Shit.
Gotta do it, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, come to Creekside.
That's all. Nice.
I'll put you guys in the back room. I'll cook all for you.
Nice. That's awesome. I would love that.
Yeah, dude. But, that's awesome that not many guys see that, dude.
Yeah.
Not many guys see that. Oh, dude. So Okay, good.
No, I was like, it's tough. It's just, it's life, man.
So you really love this whole bare knuckle boxing
I do.
thing.
I love it.
So do you plan on doing this for like a long time, or do you have like a
I
time frame where
mean,
you want to?
like I said, I'm 40, so we'll see. We'll see how long my body can withstand. I mean, I could probably do it till I'm 50 or 60, but we'll see what happens.
So you're sitting here. Do you have 3 knockouts or slash like TKOs?
I should have 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I have 4.
So
Because I can tell you each one of them.
Oh yeah, go for it. Well,
So-
that's what I wanted to ask. So I wanted to ask like two things. With those knockouts,
Yeah.
one, how does it feel?
Okay,
when it
so
happens?
Ivan Rock was the first one I knocked
Yeah.
out. He was out cold. So when you hit somebody and you hit them in the right spot, you don't feel anything. Now, did you ever play baseball?
No, I did not.
Okay, you never like hit a baseball or anything.
I mean, I've hit one. Yeah.
Have you ever like crushed one like really
Oh
far?
yeah.
And what's it feel like on your hands?
It
You
like it was weird. Like the other ones kind of hurt, like it vibrated, but that one it just kind of
like nothing.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as I touched him, I hit him with an overhand right. As soon as I touched him, I felt absolutely nothing. I didn't even look at him. When I watched the punch land. I didn't look at him on the ground. I stepped over top of him and I wiped my hands. I knew he wasn't getting up. There's no way he's getting up because I hit really fucking hard for a lightweight and I connected cleanly. I was like, yeah, there's no way he's getting up. And so I'm like hooting and hollering in the corner. The ref comes over. He's like, dude, can you calm down? I was like, why? He's like, because he still hasn't moved yet. I was like, I don't give a shit. I was like, yeah.
So
that one was fun.
So your second one.
Second one was, let's see. I think that was, I can't think of the dude's name, but I know who it is. Josh Boudreaux.
Okay.
Josh Boudreaux. That one he quit. I kept hitting him to the body. He didn't like it, so I think that was a TKO.
Yeah.
Josh Boudreaux was TKO. Then David Morgan was another TKO, and Jack Grady was a TKO. But all those easy. It's cake. It's you apply pressure. Pressure breaks pipes, right?
Yeah.
That's all I do. I apply pressure, and I'm good at it. And they hit me with anything and everything they have, and they see it doesn't do shit to me.
Oh, dude, that's terrifying. You're a robot.
Yeah.
So when you get hit, has anyone ever like really hit you, or you're like, yo, that did some damage?
Yeah, like heavy people. Like I mean,
yeah.
I've sparred. Do you watch UFC at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Ultimate Fighter. Do you know Jason Knight?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's one of my buddies.
Oh.
So he actually worked my corner when I fought Dat Nguyen. I lost that fight because I took the fight on 4 days' notice. That means 5 days before the fight, I was drinking, fucking doing whatever I want to do.
Oh shit.
During camp or anything like that, I don't drink. I don't, fuck. I don't.
Same
I
thing
don't
when
do
I have
shit.
comps. Yeah.
I don't do nothing. Okay. So then the fight came up. Dat Nguyen was the champ of my weight class. So he's a tough dude. Have you ever heard of Leo Santa Cruz?
No.
He's a boxer, pro boxer. Dat beat him. Okay. So Dat is a phenomenal boxer. I went 5 rounds with him, no problem. And I won the first 2. I had no win for the last 3. So he wanted to talk and make jokes. I was like, cool. I don't fucking care. Let's make jokes. He hit me with an overhand right. He thought that was it. It's over. I was like, cool. Now what? I just kept coming at him. He's like, dude, you are. And that was cool. That was probably one of my favorite bare-knuckle fights. He goes, dude, you really are the fucking animal. I was like, thank you. Appreciate it.
Holy
But
shit.
that's just the way it is.
Dude, that's insane.
I love it.
See, coming from a person who like I wrestled, love wrestling, but like I've never taken like a hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me, getting nailed by some people who are just professionals like you, it's like I'm just envisioning like a lot of pain. You know what I'm saying? And for you, it's like, nah, dude, you can hit me all you want.
You're gonna hurt yourself before you hurt me. Nah, but I don't know. I wrestled too, man. I loved wrestling. That's what gave me my my fighting background.
So where did you wrestle in high school, college, or how did
wrestled in high school. Have you ever heard of Palisades?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I wrestled for. I wrestled for Palisades. Then I went from Palisades to Millersville, wrestled there for a season, and then dropped out of college.
Nice, dude. So what weight did you wrestle?
So when I wrestled in high school, it was 103 until I was a junior. I think, 103. Then as a junior, I was 112, and then 119 as a senior.
Oh man.
and then
weight class
125 in
changed.
college.
Damn, man.
Yep.
So you definitely.
And now I fight at 135.
God damn.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I only gained 10 pounds in 22 years.
You know what's wild too? There's always that like funny story when people like athletes they leave.
Yeah.
And then you see them like,
They
dude,
blow
what
up.
did you do,
Yeah, I know.
bro?
I can't do that. That's dude. If I lose my 6-pack at all, like it looks like a 4-pack or some shit like that, I like get all like anorexic.
Really?
Go do some sit-ups. Go do some
I
push-ups.
know a lot of guys like that.
I can't stand it. Drives me nuts.
I mean, like that's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, there's plenty of people, especially your age, that just don't care.
I know, but
mean-
that's just me.
Yeah.
I will always care because I was okay. So growing up for me, as a kid, my dad was a piece of shit.
Sure.
I can't stand the guy. Still can't stand him. We don't talk. He always made me feel like I was nothing and I was nobody. So
Look at
I
you
was
now,
like,
man.
yeah, no, well, he still thinks I'm nobody. That's fine. But the thing is, like, that's also the reason why I was a fighter, right? So when I was a kid, I went to like Neshaminy School District, then from Neshaminy to
Unashamedly, yeah.
what's the one that's in Yardley? Pensbury.
Okay.
Went from Neshaminy to Pensbury, then Pensbury to Palisades.
Okay.
Okay, so we moved around a lot. I was always getting into fights. I got a mouth on me. I still got a mouth on me. I'm a little fucker, but I got a big mouth.
It's okay. It's
But
all
the
right.
problem was, like, I mean, dude, I used to get into like fights with my dad. My dad would hit me when I was a kid. I'm not like talking about with like the belt. He did that when I was like a kid.
Oh, the belt.
But then,
man.
like, once double digits hit, I'm like 10, 11 years old. I'm still running my mouth. He comes over with the belt, and he thinks I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard that it sounds like crying. So then it started getting into, like, physical. Then he'd start throwing some hits and shit.
So that's where you
so-
a lot of like where you learn how to like take it. And,
Well, pretty much. So the thing
That's
is,
insane.
if a grown man can't kick my ass, what makes a kid my age think that they can do anything? That's the way it always
oh,
was.
that's baller.
It's the way it always was. So, I mean, I was a little fucker. I would go into high school, or shit, at the time, I was probably in middle school, but middle school and high school shared the same bus.
Yeah.
My older brother's 5 years older than me. So he's, I'd mouth off to him. He used to try to kick my ass. That didn't really work too well. But he would get into fights on the bus.
Yeah.
And I would be there with him. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, this kid's like 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
He's like 70 pounds. Like, what's he going to do? I'd get on people's backs. I'd start hitting them, punching them. My brother would get mad at me. I was like, I'm trying to protect you. He's like, I don't need my fucking brother trying. Yeah.
And look at
I
you
get
now.
it. I get it. But
Yeah.
I never back down from anybody. And then finally I'm in high school, little guy. I'm, yelling and cursing at these guys that are on the
Yeah.
football team. I was like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Again, they think they're going to kick my ass. Doesn't work that way.
Oh man.
Cool, you threw a punch. Now it's my turn. They couldn't believe that a little fuck could take a hit from them. I was like, cool, my turn. Let's see what happens.
Had a grown ass man
Yeah.
beat my ass.
So what's a little kid think they're going to do? I don't care if you're, 16, 17 years old,
Yeah.
200 pounds. Cool, great. My dad's 30-something or at the time.
200
It's like,
plus
yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Nah, I was like, you ain't going to do shit to phase me. And they're like, how the fuck do you do it? I was like, I don't know. That's probably how I got the nickname The Animal in
The
high
Animal.
school. I got that when I was in high school in wrestling.
Oh, that
I was a very physical person in wrestling. So because of all I played football, I did all that stuff, and because of my house life, or with my dad, I ended up playing any sport I could because I didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
So I got into wrestling because my buddy, if you ever watch a BKFC, you'll see Kling Law and all my stuff.
Okay.
My buddy Aaron Kling, he got me into wrestling. So I always followed him around, did everything he did, and he got me into wrestling, man. I loved it because it was a way to get rid of all that
Aggression.
animosity and
Yeah.
anger. Yeah, I used to beat the shit out of people when I wrestled. So, cross-face cradle. I used to do it with my thumb, then I'd just like break people's noses. I didn't give a shit.
I did the same thing. My senior, my senior year when I won the Pac-10
That's
finals.
awesome.
That's what I did. You can watch it if you want to go on YouTube and watch it.
That's all.
Crossface cradle, claws in,
Yep.
take them right over,
That's
pin.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that I love cross. Well, the thing is, a lot of our coaches, they would show us that crossface cradles or just crossface and kind of going in to grabbing the shoulder,
Yeah.
and you can just like corkscrew them.
Yep.
Whatever you want. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm not as advanced as you, But like, there's a whole bunch of cool things about wrestling that I really do think like
Love it.
any
It's
like
one-on-one.
it
It
is
teaches you how to rely on yourself.
yeah. And I like and again like I'm very well aware I'm nowhere near you, but it's also like one of the things that I always loved about it is like it was just you.
Yeah.
And what I loved is whether you prepared. There's this great quote. It's prepared to by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
Right.
And I love that quote. I used to look at it all the time. It was always by my circle area.
Yep.
And if you prepared falsely, you prepared bad.
Yep.
You have that big knee coming up.
Yep.
Right. You lose.
You know
That's
why.
on you.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Can't blame your coaches.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's the same way I look at my fights. I can never blame my coaches for a loss. Okay? A loss occurs because you didn't follow the game plan, or their game plan was better than yours.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That was always the one thing that bothered me was people always would blame their coaches. Excuse me.
Did your coach go out there with you?
What?
Did your coach go out there with
Exactly. That's what I said. Like he was on the corner of the mat.
Right.
He was coaching you through it. But I know damn sure that he was saying you should be doing this.
Yeah.
You've watched the film, right? If you
Yeah.
didn't watch the film, that's on
you?
you.
Yeah, exactly. But then, I mean, to an extent, I agree with that like 90% because there's that 10% that you got a shitty coach.
Also
It
true.
doesn't really know what the hell he is doing. He's just trying to fill in because he's trying to, do the right thing and help the kids out.
Yeah.
I get that, but you're
That's also
not
true.
really supposed to be in that position.
Well, yeah, two things can be
Yeah.
true at the same time, and that is also true. You can totally move
Yep,
this. You can,
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, you're good. Yeah, you can get as comfortable as you want.
Yep.
But yeah, like there is a lot of that too. So what like when it came to like fighting, right?
Yeah.
What kind of mentality are you having like weeks prior? So you say your camp's 5 weeks.
Yeah. So
What does your mental state look
So
like?
what I try to do, I hate fighting people that I know or I like.
Sure.
I can't stand that. So I try to make up as much animosity. I try to.
Oh, yeah, I
If you
saw
ever
that.
watch any of my interviews, like
Uh-huh.
I know how to dog people. I try to be the biggest asshole I can be because I want you to not like me. I want you to say something stupid. Because if you say something stupid or you do something to piss me off, I'll fucking kill you. So what I try to do is I try to put a lot of things in my head, give myself anger so I can take it out on them when it's fight time. And one other thing, when I go through camp, my job is to beat the fuck out of myself, far more than what you can do to me in camp. So like my buddy Keon, he works my corner when I fight. He'll take a metal kettlebell and he hits my body with it. Okay, I mean he's not like fucking crushing
Yeah.
it. He hits it pretty damn hard. But the point of that is so if I can take a metal kettlebell to my stomach, what makes you think a punch is going to do shit? It doesn't.
Dude,
It doesn't faze me.
You're an actual
I'm
robot.
stupid.
You're a robot.
I like it.
I guess this is what they call you, the animal, huh?
I guess.
That's so cool. Yeah, I watched one of your interviews. I forget who the gentleman was off the top of my head now. But you're like, yeah, he's a big ass pussy. Like, he comes up, he does all this fighting, but then he walks away, he puts his head down, and
Yeah,
all
it's
this.
Jack Grady. I
Jack-
fucking
yeah.
hate him.
Yeah.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
Yep.
So, real quick, since you said him, he lives in Buffalo. We had a fight in Buffalo.
Okay.
So I came into the arena, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the show's finally here." He's
Yeah,
talking about himself, and he looks over at me. He's like, "I'm glad you finally showed up." I was like, "Finally showed up? I've been here for 3 fucking days." So he starts mouthing off again. He's mouthing off because there's cameras on him. I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "Listen," I was
You
like,
get me?
"Keep the fuck up." I said, "I'll break your fucking jaw right now, and you won't be able to do shit tomorrow." "Oh yeah, you think so?" I said, "You're nothing but a fucking cunt." He goes, "Really?" And he starts backing up. He's like, "Save for tomorrow, save for tomorrow." I said, I know you're a cunt. "How's that?" I said, "Because I called you a cunt, you didn't do a fucking thing about it. You called me a cunt, I'd break your fucking jaw, and you'd be fucking drowning in your blood."
Oh my god. This is
I was like,
awesome.
"You're a fucking piece of shit."
Yeah.
I said, "And the funny part is, I'll kick your fucking ass. I'll go home, make more money working than I will tomorrow."
Damn.
And he just said, "Oh, really, really?" I was like, "Yeah." But then as soon as the cameras are off, head down, walks away.
Yeah.
Tries to be like Mr. Nice Guy. I was like, "Dude, I'll fucking kill you if I see you."
That's insane. I don't like those people.
I hate him.
Yeah.
That's one guy I genuinely dislike.
Do you ever want to fight him again?
I almost fought him when we were in Virginia? No, not in Virginia. Virginia, he was nice. My last one that I had in Lakeland, in Tampa.
Yeah.
He was there. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He takes his shirt off. I said, "I'm in a 3-piece fucking suit."
Yeah.
I said, "I'll break your fucking jaw in this 3-piece suit, and I won't even mess it up." I said, "Try me." And he's like, tries to puff his chest out. I said, "Take one fucking step towards me. I'll break your fucking jaw." And dude, we're fucking 100 yards away from each other. We're in a parking lot. He still wouldn't even take a step towards me. Because you got to understand one thing about me. When I tell you I'm going to fucking do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
Dude,
That's awesome.
Dude, yeah, I can't
Getting
stand
me
that fucking
hyped
guy.
up, dude.
I know.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Dude,
It's like,
that's like me talking about it. It gets me amped up.
yeah, see, like things like this, and this is why I have so much respect for you. Is like, I have an idea. I don't want to say I know. I have an idea of like how hard like these camps are, how hard it is to fight.
But you know how, dude, you wrestled.
Well, see, the thing is, and this is why I don't want to get it twisted, because yeah, wrestling is hard. Don't get me wrong. I've wrestled at higher echelons.
Yeah.
I've wrestled,
Yep.
But the thing is like, there's a lot to wrestling where it's like you're there for like 6 minutes on the mat, right? But it's also like I'm not getting punched.
No.
And I'm not taking. Because you were telling me the
Yeah.
one day, I'm like, I just need you to hit me once. I just need to feel it. You're like, no, man, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, fuck.
Because I'm going to hit your body. Why am I touch your face?
I'll bleed. Yeah.
You'll shit blood.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So where do you usually aim when you're boxing?
It depends. It depends on what's open. I don't care. I can punch you in the face. It's not my hands. You're not going to hurt my hands.
I know.
I can punch you right in your head. It's not going to bother me. So it's what you give me.
Yeah.
When I see your hands are high and tight, if your hands are high and tight, what's open?
Body.
Your body's open.
Yeah.
If your arms are low, they're low because I probably cracked you to the body. So now it's open. Your face is open. So I don't give a fuck. Whatever I see open is what I'm hitting.
Oh my God, dude. Yep. You are legitimately a robot. I'm not convinced you're human after this interview, dude. So totally switching gears here. You're a pretty avid golfer.
Yeah, I just like to drink. I'm really good on the 19th hole. You should see me. I can crush it. No, I love golfing. I love doing it. It's a way to get rid of all your aggression.
Yeah.
You have a lot of stress going on, a lot of bills, everything, family life is fucking with you, pissing you off. Go out, play a couple holes. A lot of great people over there at Landis. So I like going there, hanging out with everybody.
Dude, people love you, dude.
See you there all the time, too.
Yeah.
Dude, I love everyone there.
It's so funny. Not a single person that I've like met there has said a bad thing about you. No, like dead ass. I'm really not even joking. Like
That's
the
cool.
Lutzes, like Brian and Gina. When I told them, I was like, I want to see if I can get Travis on here, dude. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we love him. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
I love Brian and Gene. They're great people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like there are so many courses around here. You can go golfing wherever you want. Dude, I have a golf course that's less than 2 miles from my house.
Yeah.
I don't go there. You know why? I go to Landis because Brian and Gene are there.
Yeah.
Everyone there in that, at Creekside. That's why I go there.
Yeah.
It's the atmosphere. It's the people. And I love the Lutzes. They do a great job. They have great staff over there at Creekside.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I'll let the staff know.
Yeah. No, dude, it's fun. And
Yeah.
Jason does a great job.
He does.
Jason, Jim,
He's awesome.
and the pro shop.
They're great.
It's great people, great time. That's one place I've never had any. Okay, I've had 1 or 2 altercations there, but never with anyone like staff or friends. But yeah, I love that place.
So how'd you get into golfing? Was it just like your buddies were doing it one day and you hopped along?
No, so even though my dad and I never got along, like we don't get along. I always played golf because I kind of wanted to do something. So like, maybe he might spend some time with me. I'm number 4 out of 5 kids.
Okay.
So I guess after 3, he was fucking done. Like he had 2 daughters, then my brother, then me, then my younger brother. So he fucking had no time for me. Never wanted to be around me. I wrestled. I was a faggot because I wrestled. You know, I got into fighting. You're a fucking idiot. Why the fuck are you fighting? Anything I did was wrong. I played football. Why the fuck are you playing football? Like, dude, I was the only person on the team that could fucking hit. Like when I could tackle like a motherfucker.
What year was this? Or like what year were you in school?
What's that?
What year were you in school when you played ball?
When did I graduate?
No. Like when you said you were the only person that was like could really hit. Like what year?
I was in high school. I was Is that what you're asking?
No, yeah. Like freshman, sophomore, junior.
So It was probably my freshman year. As a freshman, dude.
That's insane.
So the athletic director actually called my parents and said, "Do not let him play football," because you got to realize
That was what I
like,
wanted to see.
it's not even. This isn't even Rudy, okay? Because Rudy was still somewhat like, dude. I was probably barely 4 foot tall at the time. I was probably 90 pounds. And I just had a very high pain tolerance. You couldn't do nothing to hurt me. But I always was in there on every single play. I was hitting anybody with. I would leave my feet to try to hit people. Like, I would lay out. Like, that's just the way I was.
See, that's why I want to know how old you were in that. I guess I should have.
I've always been that way. Like,
That's
even when I played
insane.
football in middle school, same way.
You have
But in middle
seniors,
school,
juniors.
you guys didn't hit puberty yet. You know what I mean? Like, you're all not the same size, but relative.
Yeah.
You know, you still got those big guys here. You got the one guy that still has a fucking beard, and he's, 12, but whatever.
Oh,
He's
God.
balding.
He's balding. we had 3 of those guys.
It
They have
just
no
popped
hair
in my
now.
head. I was like, yeah, I remember like 2 guys that were in my fucking school that were in middle school. They're in 7th or 8th grade. They had no fucking hair on their head. I was like, holy fuck. He had a bald spot when he was like 12 years old. So, yeah.
Dude, I loved that scene. Then after high school, was like I would see people and I'm like, damn.
Yep.
They really don't play
Yeah.
around. Like, you just lose your
Yeah,
hair.
that's
I'm
it.
like, what is happening?
I'm sorry. So to get back
No,
to what
you're
you
good. That
asked
was my
about
fault.
No, you asked about why I started golf. So
Yeah.
I started golfing because my dad did. I wanted to try to do something to kind of connect with him. Dude, I was right-handed. So he played golf left-handed. I learned how to golf left-handed. I was pretty good at golfing left-handed. But I could crush a ball right-handed. I could put it wherever I wanted left-handed. So I did that. But that went with everything. Like, I play baseball. If I switch left-handed, it's funny. Left-handed, when I hit, like, I played softball, like the beer leagues and shit. When I switch to left-handed, I can crush a ball.
Really?
When I hit it right-handed, I can place it wherever I want. It's pretty cool. But that's how I've always been. I've always been ambidextrous.
Damn, man.
So I got into golf just to be with my dad, and that didn't work out too well.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, but I don't give a shit.
So now you do box orthodox as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me how you found excuse me. Tell me how you found that you're like this was gonna work for me.
What, boxing?
Just fighting orthodox and just kind of being able to be like this is what I want. This is how I'm gonna fight.
Well, I started boxing with the Feldmans.
Yeah.
And what you find out is, okay, what do? Do you right-handed or do you left-handed? Right-handed. Okay, what's your power hand? Your right hand.
Yeah.
So if your power hand's your right hand, you're orthodox, meaning your jabs, your left hand, you're going to use your left butts forward. So, I mean, I always wanted to be a southpaw because I like Rocky.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of power in my right hand. I do have a lot of power in my left hand too, and I have switched over. But it's just weird for me. I mean, I've done it for so long, orthodox, that I can fuck with other people doing southpaw, but my reactions are slower.
Well, see that was my question because obviously orthodox, but you were like you can smash the ball left or right. You can golf and do however you want either way. So it's just interesting you chose that. So I didn't know if there was like a preference or you switch.
I can switch. I just, like I said, it's been so long that I've been doing orthodox that
It's just
when
comfortable.
it is.
Yeah.
But if I ever fight a southpaw, I switch southpaw because it fucks them up. It doesn't fuck me up.
It fucks them.
It fucks them up because they are not used to fighting a southpaw.
Dude, you know how awesome this is? That you can just kind of
It's fun.
So you're legitimately not human.
I'm stupid.
I don't know. I don't think you're stupid at all, dude. No, especially the conversations we've had outside of this podcast. You're a very intelligent man too.
I appreciate that.
So now all this, are you planning another fight now too?
So I talked with the guys at bare-knuckle. They said it's pretty much on my time, when I want, where I want.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see where we want to go. Hopefully, in the next couple of months, year, they'll have it approved in Pennsylvania, which would be awesome because that's going to be a huge show out if we have it in Pennsylvania. But we'll see where we go. They typically put me in Florida. I've been in, Wyoming, Cancun, Florida. Like I was in Tampa,
I was
Miami.
Cancun.
That was awesome. But here's, we go to Cancun. They're like, you're not allowed off the resort. I was like, yeah, you're not going to really tell me where I can and can't go.
Yeah.
Because, I'm like the only white guy that goes into gyms in Philly. Like, and it was cool because I love going into Philly
Yeah.
because you're typically people that go to the boxing gyms in the city, they're in the gym because they want to stay away from the street life. They want to better themselves in the sport
Yeah.
so they can do better in life.
Yeah.
Okay? So you want to be in those places because you're going to get real fighting. And
Right.
that's why I love being in Philly. I love being in Philly. I love being in St. Petersburg in Florida also.
Yeah.
Same reason. Because they're trying to better themselves. You go around here where you're in like Collegeville or whatever, you're not going to get that. You're getting people that have a silver spoon that, they're doing it because it's cool. It's a cool thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, cool. So it's going to be cool when I crack your fucking ribs. Like, no, it's not going to be cool. You're going to be fucked up.
Yeah, so it's always an interesting area because so I came from Trenton, New Jersey.
Right.
That's where I used to. So it's
Yep.
like it was always interesting to like be in this area. I was always like that. People always ask like a lot of questions. Just like, yeah, you live here, but like you act differently. Like what? And like it was always an interesting like situation to be in.
Yep.
So now going into this, like, so when it comes to fighting and everything like this, with training partners, do you have people that you consistently train with, or is it just like you go to the gym, you're with your coach? Or how does that work with you?
So usually when you go to the gym, those people are always at the gym,
Okay.
right? But part of my coach's job is to find sparring for me. So if there's a certain opponent coming up, you're going to find someone that's almost exactly like that person.
Okay.
So that ways you can prepare properly for your opponent, which we didn't really get that for this last fight. The fight before, I picked my sparring partner because I picked him out perfectly. Exact replica of the person I'm fighting. I beat the dog shit out of that guy.
Nice.
It was easy. David Diaz. David Diaz. I think he's ranked number 4.
Yeah.
4 in our weight class. I beat the shit out of him every single round. I just like.
Yeah, I think when you guys fought, he was 4, you were 5, right at the time? Because you're 3, you're ranked 3 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He was 4, I was 5. I was like, how the fuck are you ranked above me?
Yep.
You suck.
Beat the shit out of him.
And he's
You
like,
beat the shit out of him.
oh, dude, I was like, he's like, David Diaz. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But, he was okay. We had our fight. After the fight, he gained my respect. So we're good now.
So that was always a question I've always had with fighters, when it comes to, like, respect, you see it all the time where they're building up a fight. They're being dickheads or,
Yep.
So then after the fight, there's so much animosity. There's so much this stuff, like, but they gain your respect. So how does that work? How does someone, like, gain your respect in a fight?
It's weird for me. Like, I'm not ordinary. But for a typical person, it's you guys did all this stuff, trained your asses off for that time to fight each other. Then you guys expelled all that energy into fighting each other that you're done. You got rid of everything. Like all the animosity, everything's gone. That's why you always see these fighters when they're done, they like kind of embrace each other. Like, all right, cool, we got that one over with.
Yeah.
So I get that to a point. But with me, you had to do something or say something to put me in that mode. Unless you're going to fucking come out and say you're sorry for what you did.
Yeah.
I still have a chip on my shoulder. I'm still pissed at you. That's why, like, Jack Grady, I can't fucking stand that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just for that reason, because the way he acts, the way he talks. So, like, just because I just beat you, I was cool with it at that point, but then you still want to keep running your mouth. So, no, now we're not.
No.
Not at all. Not even close.
Do you really hate that, man?
I don't like him.
So does that happen a lot where people, like, will talk, like, a lot of shit, like, right in front of you, and then, they turn around and they're like, really nice guy? Or...
They try to do that, and I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
I don't play that at all. I'm 100% what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So if you want to ask me a question, I'll tell you exactly what I say. That's doesn't mean 2 minutes later I'm going to go to someone else and give them a different answer.
Yeah.
When you ask me a question, I'm going to be 100% with you. Tell you the truth. That's the way I am. I'm an open book. You want to know something? Ask. I'll tell you.
That's crazy. See, you don't get that a lot.
No,
and that's
because people. But that's like.
Isn't that wild? It's a wild notion.
It pisses me off, but I also understand it to an extent. Okay. In fighting, you have sponsors, right? Okay, so you have to put out a certain depiction of yourself.
Yeah.
For the sponsors, so you can't be like me. You can't say the shit that I say.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I do what I want, say what I want. If you don't like it, go pound sand. I really
It's also
don't give a
probably
fuck.
why people do like you as
That's
much.
why people like me, because I'm real.
Yeah.
But also my sponsors, the majority of my sponsors are friends. They're friends and family. They
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. They think it's funny. I think it's funny. Why the fuck do you think I do it?
Yeah.
Then I go out there and fight, and I think that's fun.
Yeah, you did say in your one interview, you're like, yeah, I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the fame. It's just fun. This is
because
fun.
I get to kick someone's fucking ass.
Yes.
That's legal. I don't
Yeah.
get in trouble. I actually get paid to do it.
Yeah.
Not that well, but I still get paid.
It's all right, man. That really is. That's so cool. And
But
that
that's
was
the thing, because growing up, I used to fight a lot. I'd get in trouble for it. You get in trouble. And then all of a sudden you're doing it at bars and stuff like that. Luckily, I had friends at the bars where they could clear everything out, so I'd get out of there before the cops came. Like, that shit, you'd go to jail for that stuff. Yeah. Now I get paid to do it, so it's cool.
so to that bar situation. Do those fights happen a lot, or was it more?
They did, because, again, I was a little guy, I had a big mouth.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and I did it because, like, I could. I thought it was funny.
So how does that look? Like, everyone always sees like those scenes where like this boxer, this fighter, you know, they're in the bar. They're
Well,
with their
no,
friends.
this was before I was a boxer.
Okay.
I've never gotten into a fight since I was a fighter.
Interesting.
Never done that because there are a lot of repercussions to that. Okay, if I were to hit somebody outside, like I'm going to jail. You know, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if someone's being a piece of shit or doing something they're coming at me or coming at my family, I have every right to defend myself or my family.
I would agree.
Or a friend, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
So how do those bar scenes go? Because you always see them on the TV. You're always like, oh yeah, like this guy's gonna do a fight in the bar. Does a guy come up with you, like bumps you and you're like, yo, what the fuck, man? He goes,
That's happened before, but one of my favorite ones. I'm not gonna use their names, but do you remember a bar called Montana West in Quakertown?
I can't say
This
I do.
this is like shit in the early 2000s, maybe 2006, 2007. One of my great friends. I mean, I've known this kid since I was 10 years old. I found this out maybe 6-7 years ago, the truth as to what actually happened. We're in the parking lot, and this dude flicks a cigarette, and it lands right by my feet. Dude, he's like fucking 30 feet away. He flicked it that fucking far. Here, he was trying to flick it at my buddy, but I go, okay, cool, you're going to get the fuck out of your truck, and you're going to come pick this the fuck up. He's like, or what? I said, or I'm going to drag you out of your fucking truck. I'm going to make you fucking do it. Then he gets out of his truck. And if you ever seen Paul, or what you would think Paul Bunyan looks like,
Okay.
is what this guy came out. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh my
So,
god.
like, I don't say this, but
Get
I'm
me
like,
riled up, dude.
I don't say this, but I think about it in my head. I'm like, yeah, this might not feel too good. All right, cool. He's like, what are you going to do about it? I said, I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of you. He's like, oh, yeah? I was like, yeah. He's like, let's go. I was like, cool, no problem. I said, you want to know something funny? He's like, what's that? I said, I'm not supposed to win this fight. So when I beat the fucking shit out of you and choke you out in front of your bitch, and I point to his girlfriend and all your fucking buddies, you're going to feel like a real piece of shit. And all of a sudden you see him go, nah, dude, I don't want you, I want him. And he points to my buddy. I was like, well, guess what? To get to him, you got to get through me. I said, and I don't see that fucking happening. So I don't know if he like goes to push me. I take him down, throw 2 punches at him, and you always get this. It's happened 3 times, and I always do the same thing. You get 2 choices. Either get up, get your buddies, get the fuck out of here, or I keep going. And all 3 times they've gotten up and left. Another time was actually in Philly where I was out. Have you ever heard of Cannstatter?
I can't say I do. I'm
So
sorry.
it's like a
I guess I don't
German-
go out enough.
Yeah, right. It's a big like German festival
Okay.
in Philly, and all we did was drink all fucking day,
Awesome. That's fucking
all day. And I'm probably 22, 23. When I go to my buddy's sister's house, they had a corner bar right there. I mean,
Yeah.
literally right there by their house. So I would go there and get a couple shots, have
Yeah.
fun, drink. So I'm doing that. I was like, I'm done. I had enough. I'm leaving. I go to leave. Well, here my buddy's my buddy's sister's husband comes walking. I was like, all right, guess I'm not leaving. So we sit down, we start drinking some more. He ends up taking one of the shot glasses and puts it in his pocket. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, yo, I'm sorry. I give her $20. I said, she's like, that's fine, but you guys got to leave. I said, no problem. We're leaving anyways.
Yeah.
He's already walking out the door. Her boyfriend and 2 other dudes are following him out. I was like,
no.
okay, I know what the fuck's happening.
Oh, no.
So again, little guy like me, there's a dude that's heavier than you. That's your boyfriend.
317, that's wild.
He's a big dude. So I go outside and I see them. They're starting to like start shit with the dude. So I get in between them. The big dude punches me right in the face. I said, dude, don't do that. Like I don't. My hands are on him, like up on, like pushed his chest, pushed my buddy's chest, punches me right in the face. I said, don't do that.
Wait, so a big ass man clocks you in the face, and you went, "Hey, man,
Yeah,
don't do that."
No, and it was just like that. Like I'm not like I don't yell at him. I don't curse.
You're
at
not
them.
human.
Don't do that.
You're not human.
He does it again. I said, dude, do it again. I'm gonna break your fucking jaw. And he does it. He's like, oh yeah, wham, throws the third one. I push my buddy. I double leg takedown on him, and his buddies are standing there. They couldn't believe that he punched me 2 times, a third time, and I didn't do shit. I take him down. Same thing. Hit him 2-3 times. I go to his buddies. I said, when I'm fucking done with him, I'm beat the fucking shit out of all you guys. They go, no, we have no problems with you. I said, yeah, because you thought he was going to beat the fucking shit out of me and my buddy. I said, it didn't work out that way. So when I'm done with him, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you guys.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude.
you're not human. That is insane. You got punched not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then you, unfazed, take this man down, beat the shit out of him, and then give 2 other people an ultimatum.
Yeah.
And basically just say, no, I'm done with him. No, you guys are next.
The fucked up part of this whole story is that when I pushed my buddy away, he didn't do anything to help out. He actually went home, told his wife to call the ambulance because Travis is going to need an ambulance because he was a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
So he thought, like, he's going to kill me. So
you don't want to help your buddy out.
She tells him, call the ambulance because he's fucking dead. So she comes running down the street yelling and crying, like, Travis. I was like, what the fuck's the problem? She's like, he told me to call the ambulance. I said, why? She's like, because he said that you were getting your ass kicked. I said, nope, that absolutely did not happen.
You ever see that one meme where it's like this one guy's he's about to get robbed, and like he's like walking into his car with his groceries, and the old guy that's getting robbed, he goes, you have to call an ambulance, but not for me, and pulls out a gun. That's essentially what you did.
Yeah.
That's hysterical, dude.
Yeah, it was you can't make this shit up either.
Dude, you're literally not human.
Nah,
I've known you for how long?
Very, very high pain tolerance.
That's crazy.
That's the thing. Like, even Dat, when I fought Dat, like I said, 4 days notice, he was astonished that he hit me with a professional boxer forever. Like, he was great professional boxer, an elite level professional boxer. Hit me with an overhand right. Everything he had on it, and I was completely unfazed. I was like, cool, now what? And that's just the way it is. I have a very high pain tolerance level, I guess.
Dude, holy shit. I see. I guess it's weird for me because it's like I'm sitting here and I'm going, here's this impressive man taking legitimate punches to the face, unfazed, and you were just like, oh, it's just another day. I'm like, dude, if I got hit like that,
yeah, but you didn't also live your whole life doing it.
It's also true.
That's the thing. Like, it's not like I started getting punched in the face when I was in my 20s. I started getting punched in the face when I was probably 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
not.
crazy.
It ain't shit to me. Like, it don't bother me.
It's so inhuman to me. In like a good way, not like a bad way.
I know what you're saying. It's just, it is what it is.
That's impressive, dude. That's so cool. And I mean, like, and I'm sure it really does help with confidence with anything. It's like, well, if I can get punched in the face by a 360-pound dude, I can hit a golf ball 100 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that definitely has to add to
it. Doesn't really help out with that. No.
I'm just saying like confidence level, where it's like if I can do things like this, if I can win, if I can do all this kind of stuff, it's like I can do anything
that's the one thing growing up for me. If I ever saw somebody do something, if you could do something, so could I. That's how I've always been that way. So when I was in high school, I was a sophomore.
Here, bring it just a little closer.
No, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, you can bring it up.
So
man.
I was a sophomore. My buddy was a year ahead of me, so he was a junior. He was a lineman for our football team.
Okay.
So him and his dad, his brothers, they had a firewood company.
Okay.
Okay. And it's funny. Okay. He's a big dude. He's like
Yeah.
you. He's a big guy. So
Yeah.
in high school, he's probably 220.
Okay.
You know, 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
You know, pretty solid dude. And his dad comes home from a firewood delivery, and he goes, "What the fuck? And what's the matter? Why the fuck is Travis moving the logs over to the log splitter and not you?"
Oh.
I tried to. Travis told me not to. He said he'll do it. And I was like, "What's the problem?" He's like, "Why isn't he moving them over to the log splitter? He's so much bigger than you." I said, "Because watch him do it and watch me do it." So he would do it, and I would do it twice as fast as him. I was like, just because he can do it, I can fucking do it too.
Yeah. Now you gotta start a podcast.
But
If I can do it, you can do it.
No, it takes brains.
Trust me, I'm
It's
a
all brawn.
moron. Trust me.
But that's the way I've always been that way. So if you can do it, so can I. So
That's awesome.
with golf, it's like cool. This guy's like 6 foot tall. He has to effortlessly hit this golf ball,
Yeah.
and he'll smoke it out there 250 yards like it's nothing.
Yeah.
If you ever see me swing a golf club, I use every bit of my entire body. If I fall over, that thing probably went 300 yards down the middle.
Holy shit.
Like you can ask Hags, you can ask all them. They've seen me, not 300, but I've bombed them out there, and if I fall over, it's dead straight and it goes.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah. Because I swing with everything I have.
That's insane. 18 holes.
Yeah.
Oh, do you ever get tired?
No. I played 36 like back to back. It
Oh
doesn't
my
bother me.
gosh.
But that's just the way it is. I mean, yeah. The only thing that stops me from playing 36 or 54 is I had too much to drink.
That's the only thing that whenever I'm going golfing, I'll play like 2 holes, but then like the entire I'm not good at it. I'm just not. And for me it's just fun to drive the golf cart around and just get hammered.
Let's have fun.
And then
dude.
it's like,
That's
and
all
then
it is.
yeah, by the time we get to like 10 or 11, I'm like, dude, I'm fucking hammered.
And I gotta go back inside and cook.
Oh, dude, that's great. But do you believe I say this like every week, but it's like, dude, we've done like an hour.
Are you serious? It's
Done
awesome.
like an hour,
It's
dude.
because we're hanging out. We're having a good time.
Dude, that's why I was so excited to have you on too, because it's like not
I'm
only do you have like an
glad to be
awesome
on.
background, but it's also like when you and I talk at the bar, I have to catch myself and go, "Fuck, I am working. I can't just sit here and talk to this man for half an hour."
Dude, do you think Brian and Gene give a shit? They don't care.
Yeah, I mean
they
that
do
would
care because
yeah.
the food isn't being cooked.
Yeah,
Because someone else is doing it. It's gonna reflect on them
yeah,
and you.
yeah. But listen, dude, it's been an absolute honor, and I genuinely
pleasure.
am happy that you've been on here
My
because
pleasure.
it's so cool. So,
It's a great time.
people out there that want to get in contact with you, it'll all pop up all nice on the screen.
I don't even know. I have Facebook and Instagram.
It's all
The
right.
Instagram's like the animal BKFC.
Okay.
And then Facebook Travis Thompson. It's a
Cool.
picture of me fighting, so
Nice.
you know who it is.
Yeah, cool. I'll put it all up for you. But dude, seriously, this was awesome. And I'm sorry I didn't grab you when you came down. I was
Oh, dude, I could care less.
oh, cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hit the doorbell. Your sister came out. I was like, "Oh, I'm here to see Matt.
Oh,
Yeah, he's downstairs in the basement." All right, cool.
Yeah, I was setting up everything perfect for
That's
you when you came
awesome.
here.
This is an awesome setup you have down
Yeah,
here.
it's gonna look all different soon. Me and my buddy who we host another podcast called Stuttering in Silence, shameless plug.
Nice.
That actually all fell down, but I'm gonna be putting up like a drop ceiling and pad it all up. Same thing with here, curtains, flooring. We're gonna
awesome.
do.
Cool.
Yeah, dude. But seriously, thank you. This is
Thank you.
awesome.
Anytime,
And dude,
anytime. I enjoy it.
dude, fuck, let's do it in a couple
My
weeks.
man, I'll do
This
it.
is great, dude.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
All right, my
Whenever you
friend.
want me, you let me know.
Until next time, we'll all
My
see you at the
man.
bar.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You'll probably see me tonight.